The Challenge, Season 35, Episode 1. It's Jane, and welcome to the greatest show in the history of television. Guys, it is MTV's The Challenge. It is my favorite show. Ironically, I was introduced to this show by JV, and I fell in love with it more than he ever felt anything for it. He was the one who got me into the show, and then I just took it and I ran. And I am so intertwined in this world. I follow a bunch of them on Instagram. When I used to do Twitter, I would be following them to like read their tweets and stuff. And I have so much passion for the challenge. And there's so many things about it that I could just talk about it for hours, and I have no one to talk to about it. So that's where you guys come in. So we're going to watch this episode together, and then we are going to break it down like crazy, because that is what I love to do with MTV's The Challenge. I want to be like TJ Lavin and just be there and witness all this craziness and total madness. I'm ready to see what happens, because it's like a buildup from all the previous seasons, and I haven't even seen all of the previous seasons. So I would love to maybe go back and do a rewatch and talk to you guys about it. But let me know what you think. Let's get going. All right, guys. Here we go. It's pretty obvious that this season is going to be wild. There was no surprise on my part that Bananas said Jay immediately, because Bananas is dating Morgan now, who is Jay's ex. But it's funny because the challenge didn't go into that story at all. It's like they don't want a Morgan narrative at all. And I don't know, I kind of get it. She wasn't really well received by the challenge family in her last one. That's just based on what I saw in the comment section on a lot of the actual like challenge posts with her in it. They're like, different things. And I couldn't tell why, because I didn't have a problem with her. But Jay, actually, I shouldn't say I didn't have a problem with her. I didn't have a problem with her on the challenge. I found her to be deceitful on X on the Beach. But man, I can't believe Asaf is gone. So he's had a pretty lucrative career, it sounds like, because they were mentioning all the shows that he was on. And then I'm sure it was him that I heard was in a Britney Spears music video, and I saw screen captures from that. But it has to be the same guy. Guys, it is the same guy. But he looked so good when he had the short hair. And he was on that season with that crazy guy, and Tori was on it, and he believed in like the third eye or whatever, that other guy, I can't remember his name. I think that was Taylor's season 2. I believe it was season 5. I could be wrong. And I'm talking about Are You the One for Asaf. The biggest thrill of the whole episode for me was totally Bananas and Wes coming together. They have finally, after all these years, realized that their only problem is that they couldn't come together. And I think that they're finally, after all these years, mature enough to do it. And like, guys, they've been on the challenge for what, like 15 years, maybe longer? It's just like, it was time. So I don't know if CT will get in on that too, because Bananas and CT always had issues, and then CT and Wes had crazy issues. But that was back when CT wasn't who he is now. And like the three of them have had problems with each other at different times. So I think that this could be an amazing trifecta. A not so amazing trifecta, but amazing personality trifecta is Kayla, Nani, and Jenna. I really like them together. The speculation from this season and the little clip that I saw, it looked like she was on the iPad, and that's how they call home, right? So I think that she's with a guy who tends to manipulate situations and stuff. And he's not comfortable when he can't see what's happening. And even when he can see what's happening, he's not always the most supportive person in the world. I hope that things change because they've gotten engaged and stuff. And, I hope that he trusts her more. But I think that he plays a mental game on her this season, which he did in the past when he wasn't on the season with her. And she almost went home. She ended up, I think that season she came third. I can't really remember, but he played a game with her. He called her by the wrong girl's name. This is Zach I'm talking about, her boyfriend. And it seems this season it might be happening again. Kayla, we see that she does throw away her relationship with Mikey P. I've been watching their relationship for years. They seemed good together. But Kayla did come out with a statement not that long ago, like a couple months ago, where everyone was on her about cheating on Mikey with Bear because it got out to the whole world. And she's like, I hook up with Kyle and I'm the devil, but he cheats on me all the time and he's fine. And I felt so sad because, if it's true, that's something she had to carry for so long. And then hers is so public and she's horribly shamed. And it just feels crummy that that's what it was. What else? So Melissa, the blonde, she didn't really have a lot going on in this episode. Like, she was pretty much forgotten this episode. And that's interesting because based on when it was filmed and the pregnancy photo that she posted, she's 3 months pregnant in this. And I thought that they did a physical before you went to the challenge. Maybe they don't check for pregnancy, but she would have known she was pregnant too, which is even a little bit more interesting. I saw some new people, Swaggy C and Bailey. She kind of came in a little hot, so I wasn't really into that. I think that a rookie should sit back and not come out so hot. The last time I saw a rookie come out like that, snippety snappity, whatever, it wasn't good for them. So I know that she's trying to say that she's good because she has him and he's good because he has her, but that's not how it works in challenges. And on top of that, now we know that you want to go into an elimination because you want to be able to get a red skull so you can get to the finals. Now, question. If next week it was a girls' elimination, who would you want to go against, girls? And the week after it's a boys' elimination, who do the fellas want to go against? Based on fitness, I don't think I could compete against any of them. But if I had to choose one to go against, I feel like I would choose Ashley. I know that sometimes she comes across as like super strong and stuff, but mentally she's 50-50, like in terms of ways that she sways. Like sometimes she's like so strong and tough. And I remember when she was with Hunter, she was using her head to like smash a wall. But other times she lets a tiny thing bother her and she goes home crying. So I think she'd be the one. Plus, she has the theft curse. She stole the money from Hunter. And Johnny hasn't won since he stole the money from Sarah. So I think that I would choose Ashley. In terms of the place that they're living, the bunker, I'm so used to them being somewhere hot because they want them to strip down to like nothing so that there's like sex appeal on the show. I'm finding this so interesting that they're going with a mental game this time. What else? The pool, kind of nostalgic for me because I did grow up with an above ground pool and it was really cool. I loved it. I really desperately wanted an in-ground pool, but my parents couldn't afford it. They got an above ground and, I was happy to at least have something. And, it was really cool because I got to perfect my swimming skills in that thing. And, yeah, I like the bit of turf that they have, the track. Something else cool. I know Jordan designs clothes and everything. He has his own like clothing line and stuff. I saw that his glove, because he's missing some fingers, he had a glove that was specially designed for that. And I thought that was so wicked because it never even occurred to me that he would have issues with gloves. But of course, right? Also, there is a what do you call it? A charity that he promotes. It's called Lucky Finn, and it's like if someone's missing a limb or like a part of a limb, they work with those people. And I thought that that's really cool because I ended up looking it up. So shout outs to Jordan for the work that he does with Lucky Finn. Early predictions this season. I don't know. I can see Johnny and Wes going all the way. Something tells me Johnny and Wes are going all the way. It looks like Jordan and Tori beef because it seems like just the way they've presented it in this narrative, it seems like he's doing everything he can to get her to the final. But it's like, just let her get there herself, man. She's sick. She's dangerous. She could do it. On the girls' side, Jenny is here for a fight. And I would take Jenny to the bank. It seems like she did the mental preparing. She did the physical preparing. She's ready to go. I think, I hate to say it, I think the awesome like Trinity, the girl power group, the Jenna, Kayla, and Nani, I think they're going to be gone kind of early. I don't know. I think Melissa's the first girl out is my bet. I would say she's out of there. They didn't focus any story on her at all. They kind of did a little story on the new girls, but it was mostly focused on the guys this week because it was a male elimination. So I think next week in Purgatory, we'll see some cool stuff. TJ looked great. I didn't really love the actual challenge this time because I felt like him running over just certain people, like it was just luck of the draw, right? I don't know. I would have liked to see who would have made it to the end and who would have gassed out instead of them destroying containers along the way. Like maybe the last person at each station or the last 3 people at each station are eliminated. Like that, I think that would have been a more successful way to do it. But I mean, hey, I'm not a creator. I'm just a watcher. And I really love it. Okay, so anything else? Missing from this season, I really wish Leroy had come back this season. Cara Maria and Polly not being here, for me, that's perfect. I used to really dig Cara. I thought she was wicked. I thought she got the rough end of the deal for so long. Who she is now, I don't like her. I hate to say it. I don't like who she's become. And it's not I mean, I hate to say it. I think it's Polly's fault. I think that after her and Abraham split, she kind of tried to find herself, and maybe Abraham got into a relationship. He got married. He's really happy. He looks healthy and great and good. And she floated. And then she betrayed Leroy to go for her new love interest, Kyle. And then Kyle didn't really want her. So I think that sort of mentally messed her up. And she's like in her 30s and she's feeling all this pressure because it's like all your friends are starting to get married and have kids and settle down, and your ex-man is married and he had a beautiful, sweet wedding and he's living in with the horses and everything, you know, and it was like the life that Cara almost had. And then she started dating this horrible manipulator who's just the worst kind of human. And I've seen him in so many things, and you can't act for that long. Like, your real personality shows. And I can't even, I sometimes don't want to watch episodes if I know that it's going to be a Polly episode. Like, that's the kind of I just find him to be a bad person. And I don't, maybe it's the editing. Maybe they're making him look like that. But I just think that she was so great. And then she turned. And it's really sad to see. But I do know for a long time, like just based on social media and different things, she was so unhappy for so long. So I guess if she has found happiness within and he helps it come out of her, then that's great. But I hope that she's not looking to him for happiness, because you have to find happiness within yourself, right? You can't rely on someone else to bring it out of you. But holy crow, what an episode, guys. It's so easy for me to sit here and judge them and everything and to make assumptions about things because it is editing and whatnot. And I don't have to do it. But I'm allowed to have an opinion, and so are you, and I want to hear it. So put it in the comment section down below. If you think I'm wrong about certain things, tell me what you think. And yeah, if I didn't talk about something that you thought was big, let me know. Okay, before I go, that one moment with when they were all going J, Asaf, and then Asaf is like, Wes. And then he tried to come at Wes. I was like, no, man, like, don't. So, and then Wes's reaction, it was so genuine. He was really annoyed. And then to see Johnny comfort him, that was kind of a moment for me where I was like, what? And it was good that they had other people notice it too, because they have been enemies for so long. I think that's it. I think I got everything. Guys, like I said, if I missed something, please let me know in the comment section. If you want me to talk about something next week, please let me know. You know, it was one heck of a ride. What a first episode. I'm really looking forward to the next one. This was wicked. And just so you know, I have to watch this the day after it airs. But the day it aired, it had the highest rating in the history of the show. I mean, it could be due to the global pandemic, or it could be just that finally people are getting into the challenge. And I'm all about it. So come on over, challengers. Hang out. Let's talk. Let's watch. It's really good. You want to check out the episode, check out Patreon, or just join me on YouTube for the discussions. All right? I'm out of here, guys. Peace.